How are you today? It's Heather. Yes, I have tons of energy. I always have tons of energy when I talk about what we're going to talk about today. Actually, anything health and fitness related, I get super excited, I'm not gonna lie. But today, I wanted to talk about the one strategy that you can do to be successful, not just in your health and wellness, but in any aspect of your life. But because, it's Evo Fit, we have to talk about health and fitness. And the one strategy that you can do, I'm gonna share with you in just a moment, but I wanna bring you up to that moment instead of just giving it to you. As I told a client last night, I can tell you what to do, but until you actually apply it and make sense, it's like leading a horse to water. If you just always bring them to water, they're gonna get what they want in the moment, but when they need it to recall it later, they're not gonna know how to use their own resources to pull and get that same information. So I wanna be the cart that's gonna lead you to the water this morning. So think about in your day, I know that there's one person out there that has been super successful with weight loss. And you're like, what do they have that I don't have? Why am I struggling? And they're successful. Like, how did they lose 50 pounds? And maybe you might have tapped into them and maybe asked questions and you try to apply it in your life and it didn't give you the same results and you're getting super frustrated. Is that you? Like, give me a thumbs up. I mean, I've been there myself, even in this industry. Sometimes, you get led in a direction, but for me, I'll study it and research it, and if it doesn't make sense and it doesn't resonate, I don't move forward. But I'm always studying. I'm always a student. I always want to be learning. But like, what are the simple principles that this person's doing that maybe you don't have or that you don't think you have? And biochemically, we are all unique. I mean, we're not unique, sorry. Biochemically, our bodies are all the same. We all have the same organs. We all biochemically, foundationally work the same. But there's simple principles that some people, when obey, or I should say when they don't obey, or when they don't apply these simple laws of life, they're going to have disease of the body. They're going to have low energy. They're going to have low self-esteem. And then those same principles that we know in our head, the same basic things that if we just follow basic, simple things and we obeyed those, we would have high energy. We would have an extraordinary life because we have the energy and we have the confidence to move forward and continually making that thing an important in our life. Does that make sense so far? I'm almost there. We're halfway to that water hole. So I wanted to kind of just tell you that there's nothing out there that genetically somebody is gifted and they can do it, but you can't. We all are gifted with the same things. We all biochemically have the same bodies, the same minds, and we can all have what everybody else has. And so, took notes, so I got to look over here, my little notebook. So what does it take to achieve what you want? That's the big question. How do I get it? What is the secret sauce? And so I'm going to break this down for you. First, I want you to think of something right now that in your life that you thought was never possible. Never. It was only a dream, only a thought, only a wish, and you now have it. Is that something, does anybody have that out there? Give me a heart, or maybe just comment back and say, I do. Like, put your hand up. I do. I have something that I never thought was possible, and now it's possible. And that's going to be super important for you as this cart is going to the water, that you take this time to find something in your life that you can say, yeah, I got that. I didn't think that it was possible. Maybe it was your husband. Maybe it was having a relationship with a great woman or man in your life. Maybe it was this mentor. Maybe it was your children. Maybe it was in your career that you actually got to a place where you were like, how the hell did I end up here? I only wished for this. There's got to be something in your life. So if you have it, just post down below, got it, or give me a heart. I want to know. I want to see all those hearts popping up, because this is going to be key. This is super key to this whole process, is that when you get something that you never thought was possible, ask yourself, how did I do it? And I'm gonna guess, I know the number one thing that got you there. It was this burning desire, you were hungry, you were not gonna let go of it. Whether it be a relationship, you saw, because I'm talking to women here, you saw this guy that was like, yeah, you had checked him out on Facebook, you were asking friends, like he was constantly on your mind. Maybe you wanted to have babies, you wanted to have a family, maybe you were, timing it, you had the schedule out, what did you do to be successful? How did you get to that level in your career? Success leaves clues. So remember, look back at past success. How did I get there? Oh, I was hungry, baby. So in weight loss, when you say, yeah, when coming to weight loss, I want to lose 50 pounds. I'm going to give you a key here is don't focus on the 50 pounds. That's not what's going to give you what you want. You got to focus on what's going to get you the 50 pounds. Focus on how can I change my eating to nourish my body? How many fruits and vegetables can I try and come up with great recipes? How can I move every single day? Just those little tiny things is going to give you those 50 pounds. So I'm not saying get super, obsessed about a number. It's not about a number. I want you to get super obsessed about how it's going to happen. So key number 1 is how to get this is to get hungry, baby. Get super hungry, get obsessed, find everything. Find somebody that's done it and just get obsessed, get in their head and try to figure out how they did it. And then, obviously, with obsession comes drive. You want to be propelled. So you don't want to be pushed, because a lot of people in this industry are being pushed every single day. It's a burden, it's heavy, it's hard. I need you to let go of that and find resources around you that are going to propel you, that's going to bring you to that place. Like I'm trying to bring you to that water right now of the whole enchilada on how to get what you want in life. And then the last one is effectively execute. Well, that's simple, right? Wrong. If it was, we would all be doing it. Why do we take things and make it super hard than it needs to be? And if you watched one of my last week's videos, go back there. It'll talk about how we as women and most people will make things bigger than they actually are. So that's why we make it hard. But you got to effectively communicate and execute. And so let's just say, oh, I know. So I've heard this story before and it made quick sense. If you are wanting to wake up early in the morning and go see the sunrise, and you're so excited about it, you're not gonna wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and have your chair pointing west, because you're not gonna see the sunrise. You have to go east. So a strategy is super important. Know what you need to do, right? So if you don't know what you need to do, find help. Come to Evo Fit. We're a great resource. I'm just gonna put it out there. If you're a woman in the Dover area, we're all about you. We are women. Our whole program is designed for women by women. If you don't live in the Dover area, who can you go talk to? Google online. Find somebody in your area that has some resources you can tap into. Send me an email. I would love to help you in the best way that I can. So the first thing you need to do is get obsessed. The second thing is drive. And the third is effectively execute. Take massive action today, now. You have one life. You have one body. You can't repeat it. So get up off your chair. Not if you're at work. Or yes, if you're at work, get up off your chair, put your phone on busy, and go outside and just stretch and say, I am worth it, I got this, and then put into strategy right now. What can I do today to make everything I need and want in life to happen? Because it can. It happens for everybody else. Why can't it happen for you? That's my question. So if you're just getting on this video, rewind, go back, because you're going to want to hear it from the beginning. And I'm just going to leave it at this. If your parents only gave you a limited time to walk as a child, and at a certain point they gave up and said, you know what, you're not going to walk. They don't. So don't put a limit on yourself. Get up, walk, fall, run, stumble. Just keep getting back up and never give up. It's not about your genes. It's not about what you don't have. You got to tap into what you have, baby. You have so much. Focus on that. Love you guys. I hope this was super helpful. Leave a comment below if I can answer any questions. I'm here for you. Have a fabulous week.